Good. It still works. The whole place is gonna blow. We must return to Junks via the central factory.
Let's go!
Dun, what about Egil?
He'll fight Zanza to the very end. But we have our part of the bargain. Once he's gone, we're the only ones left. Let's move, everyone!
Goodbye, my brother.
Let's make our getaway. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we finished our fight with Egil, but our victory was short-lived as Zanza, the Monado itself, returned to this world to destroy it. This time, it's already been made clear what we have to do. Get out of the Mechonis before it comes down. As you can see, Shulk is no longer with us. Fiora replaces whichever slot Shulk was occupying in the party. We'll carry on with her in charge. And in this party without Shulk, I want to take this moment to just say, man, I would have just loved to have punched Dixon in the face there. I am with Melia 100% on what she was about to do back there. Quite frankly, Dixon was lucky that Zanza was there to keep us preoccupied, because I'm pretty sure everyone in that room would have just loved to have punched him right then. I know I just said it, but I sure would have. But I digress. As we get further away from the bridge to Apocrypha, it's worth noting, skip travel is completely disabled to you right now. You need to run all the way back to Junks. That's everything I felt I needed to say about what was going on here, so on another note, there is something that I really should acknowledge. I can tell that a lot of longtime Xeno fans would be upset if I didn't acknowledge this. As of late, especially in the cutscenes, there have indeed been a lot of similarities to Xenogears. While I want to acknowledge that yes, there have been similarities, I don't want to point out specifically what they are. Even though I do agree that Xenogears does deserve more recognition in present day and it's a very good game, I just don't want to spoil Xenogears out of nowhere or occupy this space with talking about Xenogears spoilers. I really just don't want to do that because it's entirely possible that many people watching this video have never played Xenogears or don't really have the ability to play the game. Though separate from Xenogears, there are some other parallels that I do want to mention. Similar to what I said about Apocrypha a while back and what it means in terms of religion, Yaldabaoth is actually a word in Gnosticism. It refers to false gods or ones who aspire to become gods. It's a fitting name for what Yaldabaoth was constructed to do. And with all that, we have come all the way back to Junks. Rather than talk to Nicole, we want to run upstairs and talk to Linata. She always has interesting things to say. Let's see what she has to say here. I can't guarantee it, but I don't think Shulk is dead. Don't give up on him yet. We have to get out of here first.
How are you?
Egil, I feel so sorry for you. The Mechonis is about to collapse. We need to get out of here. Let's hurry downstairs and go and talk to Nicole. Just through these gates. There he is. Looks like it's all over. Yep, I know, even though I wasn't there. I want to thank you for what you did for my son. But we have to escape here first. Shall we go back to the village? Let's fly.
Stubborn mortals, so desperate to cling to your pathetic lives, even when there is no hope for you! Don't you ever give up!
Never. But hear this, Zanza. They will judge me not in life, but death. For both our worlds, you must succeed. Lady Maynard.
The Mechonis! Egil!
Look starboard! What's that cloud?
It's Telethia!
You're not getting away!
Dixon!
Listen, it's over. Time for you all to return to the Mechonis. Nice and quietly.
That's enough! Why, Dixon? What made you like this? Shulk looked up to you, respected you!
Dixon! Don't let Zanza control you! Wake up!
You can quit your belly aching. I'm in total control. I've always been like this. Ever since long before any of you lot were born.
Before we were born?
Now you get it. It's just like Egil said. I'm Lord Zanza's disciple. Dixon of the Trinity!
Fighting just never stops. We have a Telethia in our way. Because we no longer have access to Monado Purge, I want as many Ether users as possible to get around Soul Reed. I'm gonna switch in Ricky here. He hasn't really seen much action for a while. I can't even remember the last time he was involved in really an important battle. I mean, he's been in the party a lot, but he hasn't really done any huge fights since, I'd say like Alchemath or so. It's been a very long time. But as we're taking this on, I actually do have some positive words for Dixon. Yes, I did say I wanted to punch him in the face, but hear me out. I'm glad we have an antagonist that's been close to the party, but isn't just possessed by Zanza or something like that, and that was rolled out quickly. Because I honestly get a little bit tired of that, just like, oh, well, they're not really bad, they're just being made to do this by whoever the real bad guy is. No. I think it's a lot more interesting, a lot more conflicting that Dixon's plan from the start was to help Zanza, that he took on Shulk as his adopted child for that reason, that all of this was just part of his plan. I think it worked out a lot better, and it doesn't come from out of nowhere either. There had been hints that something like this might happen, but you could argue away a lot of Dixon's suspicious behavior. For instance, he was so secretive and knew how to make anti-Mechon weapons because he knew the Machina. You could argue away a lot of it with just that alone. Don't get me wrong, I still really do want to punch him in the face, but I at least had to give him that I think it does work. Now, as for this Telethia, because I haven't really mentioned much about it, this can be very tough to even fight against. We don't have Monado Purge, you don't have much in the way of arts that can surely hit Telethia outside of Melia, and in fact, Melia is down. Aside from a few ether attacks, there's not much we can even do against it. We're done.
Ha 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 ha! You waste of space! Not so tough without Shulk, eh? Stupid beast! You should be grateful. Not everyone has a war buddy like me to lead them along. Tasted good, didn't they? The victory drinks we used to share.
I'll kill you!
What? Who was that? Show yourself!
Melia! Are you alright?
Brother!
Callian! Dixon! He works for the Mechonis! He shot Shulk in the back! Is this true?
Dixon? This ends here. Your Telethia are no match for our Havres squadron. You cannot win!
Maybe you should be concentrating on your own people instead of barking at me. Looks like you've forgotten your destiny. Right, Lorithia?
Lorithia! Are you involved in this as well?
Your Highness, your naivety is quite charming, but it is also your undoing. I had much fun playing with you and your father.
What? What is this light?
Ether particles emitted so that the Bionis can be destroyed and reborn. What do you get if you cross high concentrations of ether with high entia?
No! You wouldn't! Lorothea!
Awaken, my darling pets!
They are...
Telethia!
Brother!
Melia!
Lorothea! Let him go!
You misunderstand, child. This is the reason why high entia are born. Do not blame poor old me.
Explain yourself!
It's just like she says. The High Entia are a race created by Lord Zanza to eliminate any annoying life forms in the preparation for the rebirth of the Bionis. Their bodies contain a gene that, when the time comes, transforms them into Telethia.
It can't be. Say it isn't so.
Melia, it is true. That is why you are our only hope.
Brother?
Whatever. We won't be needing a half-breed like you anyway. I mean, if you don't turn into a Telethia, it just means you're gonna get crushed by one. That's the only thing you're good for. Rise up, pets. Do my bidding. Kill your lovely sister.
Brother! Just hold on! I'll find a way to save you!
Melia! So sorry. I always placed such a heavy burden on you.
Don't say such things, brother!
But at least I can still shoulder the destiny of our people. The burden meant for you
Brings a tear to my eye.
These moments are to be treasured.
How?
Brother!
Melia! Father's wish and the future of the High Entia are in your hands. Yours and Shulk's.
Telethia! Destroy him! Dixon!
I got it.
Too late!
Damn him!